You, what's good, Joe? We live. Another halftime in space show brought to you here by DraftKings Sportsbook. Good people, Jägermeister Birdsall Law Firm. Y'all know me. I'm Chris. And we're gonna get right into it, man. The Pelicans up 5 here on the back-to-back. No Zion. We know all the regulars that are out playing a very good Minnesota Timberwolves team that's fully rested, and they're up 5 at half after being up 15. At one point there, I believe in the second quarter. You got Karl-Anthony Towns, 12, 3, and 4, 5 or 6 shooting. Thought Herb Jones did a really good job on him early on. And it was really 13 points, not really affecting the game any place else. Naz Reid hit a couple good threes. Rudy Gobert on the way to another double-double. Key, Ant Edwards and Karl-Anthony Towns both have 3 fouls. That could be something important. If the Pelicans are going to win, they got to take advantage of that in the second half. For the Pelicans, Herb, phenomenal first half, man. Didn't miss a shot, didn't miss a free throw, 11, 4, and 4, 2 steals, 2 blocks. BI, almost 20, 18, 4, and 3 the first half. Really, I think he also played solid, really aggressive. Jonas, 13 and 5. And yeah, man, and then off the bench, you got some good Cody Zeller minutes, man. So shout out to the team here, man. I mean, free throws, 12 and 13 from the field. Well, I'm sorry, from the free throw line. They need that. 50% from 3. Got to turn down the turnovers a little bit, but they're dominating the rebounds, which I don't think any of us would have guessed coming in. Now, questions. What up, y'all? What up? Corey, just want to know why we're resting a 23-year-old. That's a good question, man. I mean, look, I think it's one of those you damn if you do, damn if you don't. I think with the rhythm that the team had, especially at home, no travel, I would have had him out there. You know, I would have had him. I get his three games in 4 nights. Maybe it's more of an early season thing. With his injury history, you know, if you can find ways to, I guess, limit the miles, I guess that's the approach that the organization is taking. It's not a popular decision. It's something I know it's something that Zion didn't want. I can promise you that. Whose decision is it to rest? Sometimes, man, it's a combination of factors. Some individuals, in some cases, it leaves it up to the players, and other times between the staff and when I say the staff, the medical group and or even Griff sometimes, I believe, comes in and makes the decision. They may have some of this stuff written out. I know for Zion, though, it definitely wasn't up to him. If it was up to him, he would be out here. Do you think this hustle will continue in the second half? I mean, they have to, man. They got to best case for them, they come out and go on like a 5-0 run or something like that, and the Timberwolves have to call a timeout. Like, I think that's going to be important for them. I think the starting unit, man, like handled the cat Anthony Edwards setup pretty well between Herb. Just the way that they had the matchup set up. I think Jonas was solid as well defensively. Ended the first half with 2 blocks and a steal. So they got to continue that up. Jonas also has 3 fouls, so something else to monitor as well. But they're gonna have to get something from this bench. Somebody's gonna have to coming off the bench in the second half and make a few plays, man. I know Zeller had 5 rebounds, Matt Ryan hit a 3, and Najee had a couple nice plays, but somebody's gonna have to give him a little bit more. Just seems like we have enough data that shows low management doesn't work for Z. Let me ask you something, D-Man, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, because if it was up to me, he will be playing. But what do you think people would say, or what would you say if they played him tonight out of a back-to-back, as tired as he looked at the end of yesterday's game? If they played him tonight and he ended up getting hurt, honestly, what would you say? I'm not defending it, but I'm just asking just to see what people's thought is, because I'm assuming that's what they're thinking. They're probably looking at some of his injuries, and we're speculating, but they're looking at some of his injuries, specifically in the season, outside of the broken foot, as ones that have kind of led up just to when it comes to overuse. But here's the thing. They've been they've been doing a good job of keeping his minutes low. It's not like he's playing 39. He's not playing the 40 minutes he was playing last season when he messed up the hamstring. He's not playing 38. He played 33 minutes yesterday. So I don't know, man. I think this is something that down the stretch will change. I don't really know how to feel about it early on. You know what I'm saying? But you don't really messing up this rhythm, man. You had some really good rhythm yesterday, and you got to continue. You got to get as many games out of Brandon and Zion as you can, man. It worked for Joel Embiid, so I'm all for it. I feel that. I Zion's an interesting case, man. I don't, you know, I think his thing is shape, man. It's shape. Like he's still not there. The cardio isn't there completely. Like the endurance isn't there for him. I think in a way that it will be later on in the year. So, what is he doing on today on an off day to kind of keep that going to where Monday he doesn't come out slow and without rhythm and looking, a little bit, against a really good Sacramento team. Dyson is becoming our true point guard. Nah, I don't really think so. I don't think so. I think it's a Lonzo kind of situation where he gives you some point guard qualities, but I don't think Dyson is a point guard. He has some point guard things that he can do, but that's not him to me. I mean, and here's probably their argument. So we'll see. And look, we want consistency, right? At least you can say both times where Zion's been available and the team has had 3 games and 4 nights so far. The second night of a back-to-back, they've set him. They did it for the Detroit game, and now they're doing it tonight against Minnesota. So at least they seem to have some kind of plan. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, and man, if it gets him if it gets him healthy at the end of the year, finishing the year, if it helps at all, good for him, good for the team. We need to beat this team. Wolves fans really like to talk this season. Jake, they like to talk they've been talking the past couple years, dog. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit up my guy on Twitter. I ain't really talked to him a whole bunch this year, but yeah, they've been talking, man. I think you got to have a really good, a strong second quarter. I mean, I don't know if y'all noticed, Karl-Anthony Towns was moving a lot different when Herb was out of the game. He was moving a lot different. Hopefully, if that continues. McDaniels made some tough ass layups and finishes. By the way, man, that brother can play. So what do you guys think is going to be the key for them to win in the second to win in the second half? I mean, is it Jordan Hawkins doing more? Who else has to step up and help Brandon Ingram outside of Jonas? I think Herb at 11 is good, but he's not going to have the shooting volume. Who has to step up and help Brandon offensively? They're going to need someone to step up and score. To go, yeah. That's the thing with with injuries in Zion, man. Who knows? Who knows if there's a proper way to do it? You know what I'm saying? If he'd have played tonight and he'd have got hurt, we'd be having a different discussion. And him not playing, it's the same thing. I really, I'm not sure, but they seem to be being really. The practices have seemed to be more spirited and more aggressive, and they've been more hands-on. Specifically, Brandon and Zion staying after practice. And Zion, I'll be honest with y'all, I haven't seen, nor do I remember this consistently, Zion staying after practice this much as he's been doing now. Whether it been conditioning I've seen the free throws over his time in New Orleans. The pick and roll work. If he continues to do that and they're putting in the work, and him and B.I.'s putting in the work, they can get over stuff like this and pick up close to where they want to once Sacramento comes into town on Monday. But you're going to have to do it. But that's another thing. If you want to keep him running in shape, now you got to walk into a team like Sacramento who's going to push the pace and run you up and down the floor. Man, that's going to be a real instant dynamic to watch. Hawkins and Dyke. I agree, Corey. I think you said Hawkins as well. I see you said Jonas and Herb. Herb got to get more than just 3 attempts. They may have to run some more plays for Hawk 100%. And Dyson's going to have to be more aggressive, even with them cutting off his lanes, take a few more floaters. Like, somebody else is going to have to help B.I. in the second half, because I expect Carl and Ant to both finish with 30 or close to it. Najee, yeah. 100. I mean, I want to see Najee take a 3, man. I mean, I want to see some other options here. I feel like this team planned for Jose to play as well today, and something they just felt like he wasn't 100% ready. I'm hoping he's going to play Monday, but it really felt like he was going to play tonight. And I would have liked to see him out there. Maybe someone else handling the basketball with them taking Kyra out of the rotation. Someone else handling the basketball could help Najee shoot some more threes. He's not shooting them off the bounce. They're going to have to figure that out. Because they are going to need – they shot 8 for 16 in the first half. Hawkins made 2. Herb made 3 for 3. Herb had a hell of a first half, man. Hell of a first half. I don't think we're going to get the foul. I mean, look, I said it in the beginning of the show. Townsend and Edwards both have 3 fouls. All you got to do is luck up and get 1, especially early in the third quarter, and that changes things and how aggressive those dudes have to be. So, what's the best matchup we should attack? I mean, I'm hunting Karl Anthony Towns and I'm hunting Anthony Edwards. I want them to have 4 fouls early in the third quarter, at least one of them early in the third quarter. Make them, Carl's probably the easier one. So Jonas would probably be the one that you would be looking at, but whatever, you can run those switches and get Ant matched up with who you want. But I want one of them to end up in foul trouble. And if that happens, you got a really good chance of winning this game. So, man, I appreciate y'all. Halftime should be wrapping up soon. I'm going to get out of here. See y'all later. We're going to get a word from DraftKings. And y'all already know the Pope Talk recap will be after the game. Shout out to Lala for helping putting this together each and every game. As always, y'all salute her for everything she does.
In the NBA, the game can change in an instant, but no matter how the action unfolds, DraftKings Sportsbook has your back. This week, new customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5 on basketball. Win or lose, you get an instant dub. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code BOOT. New customers can get 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on basketball. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code